carefully measuring, cutting, and nailing together 3 small structures, spending hours to get them all just right. Only to set fire to each one and watch while they burn. So exactly what is happening here? This is West Metro's recruit class, and they're getting a first-hand lesson in fire behavior. The details on what they're learning here and what's happening around the district in this West Metro update.
JEFCON 911, what is the address of the emergency?
Getting out of the classroom and out on the fire ground. For these recruits, the best way to learn is firsthand, watching while fire consumes 3 structures. Each of these buildings is a small-scale replica of a typical home in neighborhoods all over the country. The lesson here is fire behavior, how a small spark can hit flashover in less than 4 minutes, and how that can impact the survival of someone trapped inside and the safety of the crews arriving on scene. This is the foundation for everything this class will learn over the 20-week-long academy. The lesson driven home by the recruits first using saws, hammers, and nails, getting a detailed understanding of how structures go together, the strengths and weaknesses, and how they might be impacted by fire. Across the district, West Metro crews have been busy with structure fires, auto extrications, and a dog rescue ×2. A quick stop on an RV fire in the 1400 block of South Estes Way. The fire threatened 2 homes on either side, but there was no damage to those structures. An aggressive initial attack limited the fire's spread. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is accidental, a burner on the stove that was left on to heat the RV. The fire in this duplex near 5th Avenue and Wadsworth was caused by electrical wiring in the attic. Residents called 911 when they saw smoke coming from the ceiling and quickly got out. West Metro crews contained the fire to the attic, but it caused significant damage. West Metro's technical rescue team assisting Indian Hills Fire on a crash and rollover on Highway 285. 2 people were inside the truck cab. 1 person was partially ejected and pinned between the cab and the guardrail. This was a challenging extrication and rescue as the back end of the semi and its payload had rolled off the road while still attached. There was the possibility of the entire vehicle shifting, sliding, and rolling off the roadway and down the ravine. Both patients were successfully extricated and taken to local hospitals. The 2 4-legged scamps in these pictures had a little adventure that could have ended much differently. Samson and Lexi escaped from their house and ended up in the cold, icy water of Settlement Pond near Chatfield Avenue and Sangre de Cristo Road. They were barking for their lives when a neighbor heard them, came outside, and saw their predicament. She ran to West Metro Station 14. The crew grabbed tools, rope, and an ice rescue suit and hurried to the scene. 1 firefighter went out on the ice to pull both dogs out of the water. It's very possible that the dogs chased geese out into the ice and then fell through. It's only spring, but we've already had a handful of red flag warnings across the district. Whenever dry conditions and windy weather line up, a wildfire is always a possibility, no matter the time of year.
We try to get someone out in front of the truck walking, and that the person typically has a hose in their hand so they're able to directly put out fire.
West Metro firefighters have been going through our annual wildland fire training. This is a refresher for the crews to make sure they're familiar with equipment and techniques. About half of West Metro's district is in the wildland-urban interface in areas that are more at risk for wildfire.
The term fire season really doesn't apply around here. Being along the Front Range, we have warm weather and dry vegetation throughout the year. While temperatures might be cooler right now, we still have the opportunity with the amount of vegetation available to carry a significant amount of fire really anywhere in our district.
We've put 2 new fire engines into service. One is Brush 9, a Type 6 engine with a 300-gallon water tank, 4-wheel drive, and the ability to transport a crew over steep and rocky terrain. Type 6 engines, also known as brush trucks, are built on pickup chassis and designed to be nimble with the ability to go off-road. We've also just added Brush 4 to the fleet. It's another Type 6 engine, and like Brush 9, will be used on wildland fires, giving crews the ability to get in close to the fire line. Generally, an engine's lifespan is about 15 years on the front line and 5 years as a reserve. You've probably heard it many times before, CPR saves lives. Well, here is a real-life example.
As first responders, we're trained for a lot of things, and as best as we can, we try to make a difference.
In February, we presented a West Metro Citizen Award to Peter James, a nurse at the Prestige Care Center in Morrison. In September of last year, Peter saw a resident choking on a piece of food. He immediately administered the Heimlich maneuver until the patient became unconscious, and then he began doing CPR. When our crew arrived on scene, the patient was breathing on her own. The positive outcome was made possible because Peter did not hesitate to step in and use his training to save a life.
And you did an amazing job, and the outcome was outstanding. So we thank you for all that you did.
Nearly 70% of all of the calls we run are medical emergencies, and that means the medics or ambulances here at Station 3 are very, very busy, and that can be stressful for the crews. And that's where Remy comes in. She's one of West Metro's therapy dogs, and she lives here at Station 3 when her firefighter owner is on duty. The district now has 9 dogs in the therapy program. Each one is trained and certified to make sure they can handle a high energy and stressful environment.
The therapy dog program was brought about by a desire to strengthen or deepen our wellness program here at West Metro. And what that means is like the mental health of our firefighters and our civilian staff. So we have therapy dogs on duty both in firehouses and at our administrative building to be there in times of need and to kind of improve the overall mental health and wellness of our employees.
Hey, Remy, come up.
From personal experience, having a dog here at Station 3, Remy just immediately calms everything down, right? Everybody's happy to see her. If we come back after a stressful call, just having a dog there immediately takes the stress away from the situation, right? She just brings a comfort to the crew.
Ultimately, the goal of the program is to have at least 3 dogs on duty for each of the 3 shifts so they can cover all areas of the district and respond, if needed, to visit a crew that needs a little stress relief. And that's just a quick look at some of what's going on here around West Metro. For more information on the fire district or to get safety tips for home or work, visit our website, westmetrofire.org. And for breaking news and information, follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.